Hello, good day. It is Wednesday the 3rd. I lied, it's Tuesday the 3rd. And last Sunday, the 1st of September, we started Taskmaster Season 2024, which is my 4th season, which is crazy. If you're new here, hello. I have been joining a friend's family for their version of Taskmaster for 4 years now. This is the 4th year. And they did it for 2 years before, so this is their 6th year. And we just do, there is one Taskmaster who is the same every year, and they give us different tasks, usually on a Sunday, and then we do them. And we do a live show, usually around Christmas, New Year's, and it's lots of fun, although it can be stressful, and I'm usually rubbish at it. I think last year I finished 3rd. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, and I did vlog or film my versions, my attempts of definitely last year, and I think the year before. I don't know if I did it in the first year. I may have, I can't remember. I think I did actually. So I'll link the most recent one up here. And I am going to try and do a video again this year, although I'm going to try and make it less hard for myself than last year, because that was an effort last year. And the first tasks, we started off really easy this year. I remember the second year I joined, the first task was take pictures of, you need one picture between A and, for every letter of the alphabet, most interesting pictures win, which I loved that task. That was one of my favourite tasks, and I did end up winning that task. But it was like a proper task, lots of effort, gotta really put in the hours, plan it, do all the jazz. And this year, the first task was rank the numbers 1 to 5 in whatever order you prefer. You don't get any points, but it's for a later task. And the second task, which I think I'm really gonna, we are on day 3 and I'm already really struggling with, is we all need to text the Taskmaster every day between now and the live show. And I think it's going to kill me. The Taskmaster is lovely, we get along fine, but I do not like small talk, and I don't like talking and, having to make conversation and then respond every day. I can't do that. I will be knackered. But I've set myself a little alarm to go off every day at 11:54, just in case I forget. But so far I've just been doing it first thing in the morning. So it's just a backup reminder. And I feel like I do stand a chance because I'm one of those people who doesn't get distracted. And I do remember stuff like this. I am very good about keeping a habit or a pattern or whatever you want to call it. So I feel like I stand a chance in terms of the most, but I also think I'll stand a chance of losing my mind the most as a result. And also, this is the first time we're doing Taskmaster that I will also be in Australia whilst we're doing Taskmaster. So I think that's going to change some things in terms of what I can do. And also that's going to make it harder in terms of time difference and being sure that I do it on a new day for the Taskmaster rather than just for me. And I'm worried about missing a day when I'm flying, so we'll have to properly think about that. But anyway, that's for later. That's not happening anytime soon. So far, because it needs to be a question, I can't remember what the phrasing was, but I think it was a question. Or maybe it was just a message, but so far I've been asking questions. I've asked favourite colour, something you want in the world, and I can't even remember the first one. And in terms of ranking, I haven't checked, but I'm pretty sure I ranked it 5, 1, 3, 2, 4 is off the top of my head how I would rank it now. So I'll double check and if it's different, I'll put it up on the screen somewhere. And what I did last year, which did work well for me, although it meant I had to wait a long time until I could start editing, was I will put in the bottom left or right, I can't remember, in one of the corners, I will show you how I placed, how many points I got between 1 and 5. So just keep an eye out for that in every new clip. And yeah, we're just gonna do this and try and film things as we go along. Although last year there were definitely weeks where I forgot to film. And I mean, every year there's been at the start I film a lot, then there's many weeks where I forget, then I film a clip here, a clip here, a clip here, and then at the end I'm oh, and all this as well. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. She says with fear in her voice and in her eyes. We'll be okay. I really feel I deserve to win this one though, because everyone else has won one, and I think one person's won twice. I feel like it's just my turn now. I feel like I deserve to win this, but it's not gonna happen. Anyway, I wanted this to be short and I've already spoken for 5.5 minutes, so I will see you in the next clip. Bye! Hello, it is Sunday, so we are actually waiting for our next tasks, but I haven't really done last week's tasks yet, and I haven't spoken to you about them. The first task is for the live show, so we've got plenty of time, which is good because the task is to learn a magic trick, and I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I think I'm just gonna go onto YouTube and try and find a magic trick to learn. I don't think I'm gonna be very good at it, and I just don't know how it's gonna go. I've still been texting the Taskmaster every day. I haven't missed a day yet, and I've got my alarm, which I think I spoke about, and it's been working quite well. I do most days I remember on my own and I message sort of when I wake up, but occasionally either I'm working or I forget or whatever, and I see that the alarm's gonna go off and I message them. So I'm feeling good about that task for now, although we've got so long to go. I mean, it's gonna be so many text messages and questions, and I'm gonna struggle with it, just in terms of like my mental capacity rather than doing the task. But the second task for this week is to say a 10-letter word backwards, and the Taskmaster will then put it through like a reverse something or other, and they then need to guess the word. So the first word I thought of, I googled 10-letter words, and the first one that sprung out at me was tablespoon. So I did one go of just saying what I thought was tablespoon backwards, which I'm now trying to remember, like unpusablet, something like that. And I did put it through my own reverser to see what it sounded like, and let me play it for you. This was like back on Tuesday or something, so I'm gonna redo it today.
Noopseblat.
Okay, this is what it sounds like.
It's not
terrible. It's not great though. So what I was thinking I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say tablespoon that way round, and then I'm gonna put it through a reverser and hear what it sounds like reversed. Tablespoon, tablespoon. So now, put that into my video editing app and we reverse it. And that's just gonna take a minute. Here we go. Okay, that's terrible. That's not helping me at all. That's pathetic. I need to see the word written out. Oh, I can just do that on my phone. I need to actually see the sounds written out. So I'll grab a pen and paper. All right. So it's tablespoon. So that becomes n, spoo, spoo, oops, bull, lub, tay, a, ya, yut, noops, yut. That's the sound we're aiming for. Let's see. Noops, yut. Let's see what that sounds like. Here we go. That's pretty good actually. The opening sounds a bit weird. Tay, but the end of it's good. Like spoon is really clear. I'm really happy with that. Hold on. So the problem is when I finish a word with a T, I find it like, I've been told before I go into an Irish T, which is to like make it sound more like t's, and I don't know that I'm doing it, but I think that might be the problem with that starting, because it does sound like there's almost an S. Listen. I might just keep that actually. Like you can hear the S. I'll do another go of it, but so how do I get a T? See, it sounds like I'm going T, but I'm going T, yut. It still sounds like there's an S. Okay, hold on. Right, let's just try this. But I might send that first one. I was pretty pleased with that. Noops, yut. Is that going to be any better? I feel like that might not be as good. Noops. Oh, I haven't reversed it yet. That would help. I love it. But it's just as bad, so I don't know which is better. Hold on, let's listen to the first one. I think that's better. Yeah, I think the first one's better. I'm gonna just keep listening to this. I'm just trying to think if there's anything, like I think that first sound, the tay, I think I'm just gonna struggle to get, because it's hard to do a backwards. A, iya. But it's not iya. Tay, yeah, yet. Maybe it needs to be that. I might try that. Noops, yet. Let's see. This is a fun task. Like it's annoying, but it's fun. Learning a magic trick is gonna just be annoying. Well, it'll be fun once I can do it, if I learn one. That might be better. I hate that there's the S though. What does it sound like when I do it regularly? What does the video actually sound like I'm saying? Noops, yet. Yeah, it's just the way I do my T's. I like the inflection on spoon. I might send that last one. Oh. Thank you for joining me. I will probably speak to you later or later in the week with this week's tasks. Ah. Hello, fellow tasketeers, except you're not. I am. It's been another week. We've got another set of tasks. The first task of this week, this last week, was to name an ingredient in a cocktail that the Taskmaster was creating. And I figured basically what's going to happen is the Taskmaster is going to ask us all for ingredients. They're going to make it and force us to drink it on the night. But no, I said elderflower cordial because I think that's just lovely. And immediately they wrote back and said, that's right. I didn't know there was a wrong answer, but I'm glad it was right. And then the second task of the week was to do a bottle flip in as few attempts as possible, and you need to film all attempts. So I've patiently been waiting all week for an empty bottle because we do get the sparkling water in bottles, and we finally, today, Sunday night, finished it. So I filled it up with some water. I've no idea. It might be too much water. And whilst we need to film all attempts, I do think we're allowed to have a practice at it, I hope. So I've never bottle flipped before in my life. So I'm just gonna give it a go before we take out the camera. Now also, I keep thinking about this stupid magic trick. And I'm gonna have to Google something and just give it a lot of tries. I mean, I've got another 2 months or so, 2.5 months, 3 months, I don't know. October, November, December, 3 months. But it's still stressing me out. I'd rather know what I'm doing and then just have a lot of opportunities to practice it. Anyway, I don't think I'm very good at sleight of hand, which obviously is the biggest factor in magic tricks. So that's that, and then for this week's task, we've got 2 different ones. The first is to make a playlist with 15 songs, and the artist I've been given is Fall Out Boy, of which I know very little, and it was only when I googled them that the song Thanks for the Memories came up, and I'm like, oh, I know that one. But it's going to be a struggle. I've kind of googled already best Fall Out Boys songs, and there's been a couple of Reddit things and stuff, so I'm just going to take my time and look through those. And there was a second task. And I haven't a clue what it was. Where's my phone? Oh, it was to drink, I haven't actually found it yet, but it was to drink a pint of anything the fastest you can without using your hands. And so I asked how much is a pint, because I don't have a pint glass. I've never drunk a pint in my life. And I think it's just over 500 mils, which is just over my bottle. And my immediate thought, so obviously to me, was to use a straw. And I just can't understand if it's a trick, if we get points deducted if we use the same method or use a straw, because what other way, unless you get one of those hamster things, but that's still a straw. I just don't know how anyone else is going to do it. But we had to do a task similar to this last year, which was to drink a glass of Sprite. I think it was 300 ml, I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was a can of Sprite the fastest, and I was rubbish at it, and I really struggled with it. I really hated the feeling of being forced to drink quickly, and also I drink really slowly, we've discovered over time. So I am dreading this task. The only thing that I've got going for me is that I've got a big fat straw, and I'm gonna just try and use that. And I think what I'll do, my water bottle is 500 mils, so I'll do the bottle and I'll just have 50 mils somewhere on the side. But I can't say I'm looking forward to that task either. Anyway, let's give this a go. I just haven't a clue. I was trying to look up tips this morning whilst at work and I got nowhere. Excellent start. It might be too heavy. Oh, almost. Let's drink some. Oh my goodness, this is so hard. That was almost there. I'm gonna take some more out. I think I might not be standing in the best position. I feel like I should be standing. This is so annoying. Oh, that was close. I think I need to keep it lower. Right, I've taken a little bit more out. We're just gonna give it one more try. Maybe I took too much out. Oh, that's so close. Yay. Right, we'll just film it and hope for the best. Hello. It's time for another Taskmaster task. And this one is to drink a pint of whatever without using your hands. Hence this giant straw. And we've got a pint of water, because let's be real, what else am I going to drink? And I know from experience, including from one of last year's tasks, that A, I'm rubbish at drinking fast, and B, I hate the feeling. Now, water will be better than Sprite. Last year it was Sprite and that was awful, but I'm not holding out much hope for this year. Here we go. No hands, no hands. Oh, I hate this already. Oh, I've not chosen, hold on. Oh, I've not thought this through. I hate this so much already. It's so much. I just hate the thought of this. I'm gonna throw up. Oh, I did it. That wasn't as bad as last year. Hello, I finished that task, and actually I feel like I did better than I was expecting. I'm probably still gonna come last, but I feel like I was expecting it to take me longer, so I'm happy about that. Although I feel a bit sick, to be honest. I can't imagine anyone doing it with anything other than water though, because I can't imagine. Anyway, the other task this week was to make a playlist. We do this task every year. It's sort of the music task, and every year we all get a somewhat different theme, and in the past, every year, the Taskmaster has been very kind to me and has given me themes that I am familiar with. So I believe last year was Eurovision, I think the year before was musicals, or Sondheim, I think I did one year. So I've been dealt an easy hand. And every year there's some sort of stipulation about sort of you can only have one from this album, or one per country, for example, with Eurovision, or one per year as well with Eurovision. So different stipulations. But this year, I was given Fall Out Boy. Now, I know one or two songs from Fall Out Boy, and that's it. And so already, as soon as I got that message, I was like, oh, come on. And it's 15 songs. I forgot that every year it's 15, because usually it doesn't bother me. I know 15 Sondheim songs, I know 15 Eurovision songs, I know 15 musical songs. I do not know 15 Fall Out Boy songs. I know 3 if I'm lucky. But as I've already mentioned, one of the other tasks that we have to do every single day is to send the Taskmaster some sort of message, and I've generally been doing questions. So for the first few days after we got this task, I've been asking about Fall Out Boy. They didn't give me outright answers, which is fair enough, but they did give me hints. But I was like, okay, at least I have something to work with, because I can do 3 songs per album, so I'll do 3 songs from each of the top 3 albums, and I'll be sure to include what I can figure out from the hints I've been given about the favourite songs, and, that will hopefully at least give me something. But then, I think it was during the Hagim at some point, because this last week it's been the Jewish holidays, which I have told the Taskmaster about, and they have been sort of understanding of that. And when I checked my phone on Saturday night, I had a 15-20 minute long voice recording from my friend, who is the person who introduced me to this Taskmaster, and Taskmaster in general, and they just happened to be talking with the Taskmaster about Fall Out Boy albums. And so they started off the voice recording by saying, Raquel, you probably don't care about this, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. Not knowing, I think, that this is my task this week, because usually we don't get to find out about each other what we're all doing. And this 20-minute long voice recording went through most of the albums and, the individual songs on each album that the Taskmaster mentioned they liked or they actively didn't like. And again, at the end, my friend was like, I'm so sorry, Raquel, I'm sorry if you've listened to all this, it probably means absolutely nothing to you. And truth be told, usually it would mean nothing to me, but in this case, it was the perfect week for me to receive this voice recording. So I made a page of notes based off that voice recording as it was going, and I've put something together. Maybe that was all a setup, maybe, every single thing I've been told to put in is all going to end up being things that they don't like. But I have no other starting point, I have nowhere else to sort of get ideas from, so I've done what I can. And I feel like if no one has stitched me up, I might actually do better than expected. So I'm pleased about that. And then this week's tasks, we've got 2 new ones. Number 1 is for the live show. It's a quiz round, but with pictures instead of questions. and that's a team task, so I don't need to do it on my own and I've got plenty of time. And then the second task, which is going to be a bit of a nightmare because I've got quite a busy week ahead, is to dress as an elephant, or to, I think it was dress or appear as an elephant, but you can't use any like special effects or video features, whatever it's called. Like it needs to be, you know, costumes. That was the big ears, that was Dumbo ears. So I'm gonna have to think about what that's gonna entail and when I'm gonna do it, because I feel like I have 0 extra time. But we shall see. I'm just glad I did that, and I'm glad it wasn't as awful as I was expecting it to be, even though it was still not particularly pleasant. All right, see you with the next update whenever it comes. Bye.
I'm not sure I know how to snort. I haven't practiced any of these. Here we go. Right. No. Okay, hold on. Wait. No, hold on, that doesn't count. You didn't say first attempt. Now. I can't. None of this counts. Oh gosh. Hold on. I need to practice my whistling. Will that count? We're gonna accept that. I've proven to you that that's all the whistles I can do. Yeah, that'll have to do. Okay. I hate this. This is the worst task ever. No, it's not. We've had worse. Right. I need to just not laugh. Oh, it was going so well. Yeah, that's fine.
Hello, excuse the awful lighting and my computer making a lot of noise, but one of this week's tasks was to carve a toilet paper roll for Halloween. I have precisely 1 toilet paper roll, and I'm gonna carve it. I've looked at a couple of videos. I'm gonna carve it into a Christmas tree because that's the best I could find. I have 1 shot at this. I've got the video open. I hope I don't mess it up. Here we go. Hello, right, this is me finally attempting to do a task, which actually I just need to double check exactly what it asked, but it was something to do with a paper hat. I think it was something along the lines of make the most elaborate hat. I'm gonna look while I'm talking to you. But I found quite an elaborate hat online, a way to make it with paper, with newspaper, so I'm gonna try that. It's called a sunbonnet paper hat by Lina M. Yeah, so it's make the best and most elaborate hat out of paper. So what I've got is a ball. It's meant to be the circumference of your head. I do think this is a little smaller than my head, but that's okay. I've got this, and I've got some tape and scissors, and I'm just gonna give it a go. And I will let you watch me probably time-lapse it. I'm not a very crafty person. I'm expecting this to go not very well, but at least I'm finally doing it. And that for me is the main thing. Here goes. I mean, it's not as bad as it could have been. I thought it was going to be worse. It looks like one of those, like 80s hats. And I'm wondering if I should do like a bow or something. I've got loads of spare paper, loads, way more than I thought I would need. It's definitely a bit too small. It needed to be slightly wider and slightly deeper, I think. But you can kind of get away with it. The front looks terrible. I think if I sort of angle it like that, it doesn't look as bad. Oh, but yeah, I wonder if I should get like try and make a bow. So now I'm going to look up how to make a bow out of newspaper. By the way, you saw me take out another one of these. I bought this alongside 4 of these all in one packet. So it was 5 in total because there was 1 in here. I can't even tell you how long ago. It was definitely before I left Australia. And I've still got loads left. I use it so rarely. And then when I use a lot in one go. But it's so rare that, honestly, good purchase. Right, let's see if we can make a bow. And then I'll try and decorate it with, like, I brought a highlighter. This one with all the colours. So let's see if we can do something with that. Here we go. Hello. So first of all, I'm pretty pleased with that as an end result. I've sent a picture of me wearing the hat and then of the hat itself. And to be honest, I don't think the picture of the hat itself does it much justice. But that's better than I thought I would do. Maybe I could have done flowers all round, but I didn't have time for that. The next task I'm going to tackle is the reason I've got this in front of me. And it's the one that I need to do. It needs to be posted by Christmas Day, so I'm kind of getting a bit nervous. I don't think it's going to take 4 weeks to travel, but I do need it to be posted on time. And I'm glad I just double checked what it was, because I knew it was send a macaroni Christmas card. Now we don't have macaroni, but we have these. So I've taken a handful. I've really not taken many though, because I'm conscious that it's food. But I reread it and it says your card must use children's arts and crafts, including pasta. So I was gonna just use these and my highlighter again, but then I thought once I read that, I should probably bring out the box. I've got stickers, I've got washi tape, I've got all these things that I've collected. I've even got my Magic Hamleys pens that I bought probably 15 years ago, maybe even longer, and they still seem to work, at least last time I checked, which admittedly has been a while. I've got like these special marker pens that I got from the ship. This is just like a better crafty box. Oh look, there's another one of the sellotapes. So I've got this, and then one of the notebooks I used for my collecting River Cruise stuff last year got very, very full, and I had some space in the middle that was paper, but I wasn't using it. So I took little booklets out, and I'm just gonna use these rather than buy a card. Is that gonna be a problem? Surely not. Like, it's DIY, right? It's not meant to be a card. The only thing is gonna be finding an envelope, but I could just pop to the post office for that. I'll need to go to the post office anyway to, send it. Here we go. My battery is running low. So we'll just see what happens, but let's start with this. Hello, I have finished and I've tidied up as much as I can, and I've just double checked with the Taskmaster, and I can definitely throw away the hat, which is great because I really wasn't hoping to hold on to it, and especially not with me moving. Oh, you don't know that yet, but whatever. So, gonna throw that in the morning, and also some of the scraps from Christmas card making. But I'm actually quite pleased with how the Christmas card turned out. Now, to be fair, the front page gave it lots of thoughts and attention, and the next 2 pages I did not. I could not be bothered, but I was thinking, it needs to be a child's Christmas card, right? So children lose patience too, so I feel like it's reasonable. This is what it looks like. You can't see, but these are white. And then that's the bow tie. It's a bit too big for the snowman, but I'm happy enough with it. And I love the effect with the Merry Christmas with the white out pens. I'm really glad that worked. Then on the inside we have some stickers, some washi tape, and I found a stamp that says "You're a star," so I just stamped that all over because, again, that's what kids would do. And on the back, New Year. And then at the bottom there it says "From Raquel," and I couldn't fit my name into it. But again, that's something a kid would do. Is it the most beautiful card? No. Is it the most kid-like card? Yes. Have I used different mediums? Yes. Am I going to try and post it tomorrow or the day after? Also yes. I'm glad I've got it done though, because that was a big task. That took a lot of time. But I haven't actually done this week's tasks yet. I just can't think. I need to dress up as a British person. I need to be as British as possible, which initially I was like, oh, that's quite easy. But then I realised actually it's not. And I can't think what a British person would wear. I'm going to get a picture of fish and chips, I think, because I'm not going to actually eat fish and chips. And I was going to wear my London jumper, but I was like, no, a British person wouldn't actually wear that. I'm thinking like a suit, but obviously I don't have a suit. Maybe I'll just Google British people and see what kind of pictures come up. And then I also need to draw the Taskmaster in the style of Van Gogh. So I've loaded up my iPad and I'm hoping to do it with like the highlighter tool in Notability, or I've got another drawing app as well, and just do my best. It's already 9 o'clock, man. I started this all at 6:30. It's taking some time, but I'm very grateful for my new batteries, which you, again, may not have seen because I may have put that in a vlog. It's been a busy night. I filmed lots of different clips for lots of different videos, so bear with. All right, I may see you later. I may not. Bye. Hello, it's been a while and I have a lot of tasks I need to do, and I'm gonna try and crack through as many of them as I can today because it is my last day off until the live show. And we've also already got the tasks for this coming week, so if I can get those out of it's actually just one that I need to do for this week. The other one is for the live show, but if I can get that one done today as well, which I think I can, I'll just feel so good about it. So the tasks I need to do, number 1 is to wear the most clothes upside down, and what he's meant by that is most amount of like socks on hands and t-shirt on legs and whatever else. And to be honest, I absolutely cannot be bothered, but I'm just gonna go through my cupboard and put things on the opposite places. I'll put gloves on my feet or something. Then I need to do a 30-second video of a bland meal and make it sound appetizing. Now the only problem with this is I actually need to make the meal, and what I'm thinking is pasta, just plain pasta, which is something that I would absolutely eat, but I know a lot of people find it bland. But at the moment, I don't want to make pasta yet. So I might need to not do that one today, which is annoying. Then I have to do a 30-second British video, and I've been holding off on this one, and I kind of regret that I held off on it because it would have been easier to do at my grandma's. But what I think I'm going to do, I should charge my iPad. I'm going to have like a picture of fish and chips, and I'm going to have a cup of tea in my hand, and I'm going to talk in a British accent and use Britishisms. 30 seconds feels like a long time, so I'm going to try and script it a little bit just so that I have an idea of what I'm saying and what phrases to use. I mean, the good thing is it's an accent that I can definitely do. And I've got tea, and I'm very much in the mood for tea, so that should be doable. Then, this is a very old one, I need to pass the biggest thing through the smallest space. Now I'm thinking of trying to pass something through this elastic band. Maybe the duvet? That could be an idea. It's not very big though. And I don't know if they're gonna like disqualify the fact that it's stretchy, but that feels like an easy enough thing to do. Maybe I'll just do that so that I don't need to worry about it. And then the one from this week is to do a 30-second advertisement about a toothbrush. So again, I'm gonna sit and write that out so that I know what I'm saying, because again, 30 seconds to bluff my way through it would be doable. It's definitely a game we used to play and I can do it. We used to do a minute, I think. It was a really fun game. But anyway, it's easier if I don't need to bluff my way through it. So I mean, nothing crazy. I just don't have the motivation.
I think that's been my problem with Taskmaster this year in general. I've just felt a lot less motivated, and I don't know if that's because the tasks are less enjoyable to me, or if it's because I've been busier, or I don't know why, but I've just not enjoyed it as much this year, which is such a shame. Although I have no doubts that I will enjoy the actual night itself. I'm just not quite finding the fun in it as much this year. They feel like chores rather than like fun things to do and try. I'm using talking to you as an excuse not to do these things, and I need to just do them. I'm gonna write out the script for those 2 things. In fact, maybe for all 3. Maybe I'll do a script for the pasta as well, and then just have it ready so I can make it later in the week for supper. Because I actually have like a vegan bolognese sauce that my grandma made to go with it, and that's currently in the freezer, and that can make a very easy supper, and I'm working lots of long days. So whichever day I have the pasta, I can just do that before I add the mince. All right, here we go. All right, I think we've got something that's taken me about 5 minutes to write, and I've had to do a little bit of Googling about chickens and pasta and various things, but now I need to see how long it is. Warmth of Italy soaks directly into you. 40 seconds. I was talking slowly, but maybe if I cut 1 sentence. It soaks directly into you. Oh, I shaved 5 seconds. You take a bite and wow, it's like Italy is right there. Okay, if I change the last sentence, we're at 31. I'll take that. Awesome, that's 1, kind of. And then the British video. Now my camera's gonna die, so I'll just keep it on for now, but we'll see. Oh, I do have extra batteries actually, but we'll leave it for now. I just gotta crack on with it. This one's much shorter. I'm worried I'm not gonna hit it. And head off. No, that's only 15 seconds. Ah! Oh, what a load of tosh. 23 seconds! Oh, I need 7 more. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever written. It's so stereotypically British, and it is such a mix of like posh British and like Cockney. Absolutely fantastic. Surely I'm at 30 seconds now. Let's test it. Cheerio! Well, I mean, it's 28 seconds or 27, and I'll just say it a little bit slower. That'll do. What's next? The toothbrush. No, I just need to double check what it says about this one. Perform a 30-second advert for your product. Luckily, I'm a decent writer. Luckily, this isn't like the worst thing I've ever had to do. In 1 too? No? Oh, all right then. I suppose it's a good thing as I'm about oh. This is very hot. Oh, hello there. Fancy seeing you here. I'm just enjoying this lovely cup of tea. Can I interest you in 1 too? No? Oh, all right then. I suppose it's a good thing as I'm absolutely cream crackered. I'll just pop to the loo and then head off. No point in faffing about. Have you tried the fish and chips here? They're divine. You don't like them? Oh, what a load of tosh. I am gobsmacked. Well, anyway, cheerio. I think that was exactly 30 seconds. Oh, I hope that's fine. I'm quite cozy in this coat now. I've not worn this coat in forever. Right, let's check it. Time for the toothbrush. Look at this gorgeous multi-purpose product you see before you. Its bristles are fine and strong, enabling you to clean any surface, from your teeth to your sink to your toilet, with precision and power. The handle is made from rubber, allowing you to grip it and control it as you desire. You can find these in many designs and colours, perfect for any occasion. Grab them now before it's too late. They sell out in a flash. I hate it. Its bristles are fine and strong, enabling you to clean any surface. I'm going to pass. Oh, you can't. I don't know how to balance this. There we go. I'm going to pass this giant blanket through this tiny little space. Can you see that? All right, here we go. Here we go. I haven't actually practiced this, so I hope it does go through. Ta-da! Okay, Okay, now for this next one, all I need to do is send a picture, but I'm gonna talk through it with you, although I don't really know how we're gonna angle this. I think I've come to the conclusion that I should put the camera on my bigger tripod. Well, that way you can at least see the cupboard. So let's start with gloves. Excuse me? Let's start with gloves. Oh, my gloves are not there. Gloves on feet. I am still wearing, hello. I'm wearing my own clothes because it's too cold to take them off. Maybe I should have done these last. Oh well. Gloves on feet, scarf on waist. Although again, maybe that should go over the top. Yeah, we'll do that over the top. Trousers. Trousers. Can we put this on head? There we go, trousers on head. Top on skirt. Oh, I don't want to break. This one isn't very stretchy, is it? No? I like this top too much. This one's got quite a big neck. There we go. Kind of beautiful. Socks on hands. Although maybe again I should do this one last. Oh well, too late. Shoes on hands. Got boots over there, I'll put them on in a second. Or in fact I've got slippers, I can put those on. Skirt, there we go. On top. Skirts are like an easy one, I reckon. Beautiful. You see my leggings? Oh, I feel like such a fool. I can't see properly. How many have we got? 1, 2, scarf, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I'm sure people have more. Coat on legs. This one has a clip, so hopefully... Oh, hold on. Socks need to come off. I can't see anything. Did I count my head? I can't remember if I counted it. But I need you to still see the t-shirt as well. If I just like do it this way. Awesome. Gloves. Scarf. I should get my camera ready actually so I can take a picture. Oh, this is such a struggle. I need you to see my whole body. I don't know if you will. On the floor, but then you don't see my head. Oh, this is such a struggle. That will work, I think. Okay, so we've got gloves, t-shirt, coat, scarf, skirt. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, I think. 9. No, I don't know if I counted my head twice. Whatever, it'll have to do. I give up. I need to put a timer on this. Okay, I've got 5 seconds. Oh, 5 is definitely not going to be enough. 5 was not enough. Ah. See, on the Taskmaster, they actually have assistants to take the pictures. Struggle. Okay, I'll just explain everything. Yay. I'm very worried I've stretched the gloves. That's my main concern at the moment. Wait, let me just count as I'm putting back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Cool. I'm sure other people have done more, but probably far more. But I just don't really care, to be honest. Alright, that was not as time consuming as I was worried it would be. Let me put the rest of these away, and I think that's everything for now. I think the only one I'm missing is the pasta one, which I won't do anyway until I make pasta. I'm almost all caught up. What a win. You take a bite. You take a bite. Oh no, that's a lost cause. Let me tell you about this beautiful dish I have in front of me. It may look like plain old pasta, but what you don't realise is that this is handcrafted by the finest chefs in Italy. The dough is light, a beautiful combination of wheat flour grown in sunny fields and eggs from chickens enjoying their lives roaming sun-struck grasses. These ingredients have been mixed together with love and care and have been formed into these gorgeous spiral shapes you see before you. You take a bite and wow, you're in the warmth of Italy.